residential bathroom. First things first, we're going to make sure that we have the lights off. We're mostly because if you turn the lights on and it'll heat up the mirror too much and you won't be able to spray it or clean it. It'll leave streaks when you wipe it. So I'm going to have the lights off here. I did notice that there was just a little bit of marks up by the lights, so I'm going to spray it with a little bit of vinegar. Not going to drench it, just enough to get it wet. And down here where a lot of the toothpaste and marks are. Mirror rag, also known as a shop rag, can be used for glass and mirrors in bathrooms. Avoid circular motions. It's much faster to do rectangular motions. Make sure it's all the way dry. When you're done with wiping it, you want to look kind of at all angles, and you'll notice if you missed any spots. Some mirrors do have scratches and markings. Most of the time your customer sheet will note that. So you don't have to worry about working on it for 5 minutes at a time. All right, we're going to turn the lights on. Again, check it again at all different angles, and I noticed I missed one spot, so we're going to just buff it out. All right. Okay, so next things is you want to dust everything. If you need somebody tall to get to the lights, make sure you get somebody to help you. Otherwise, you can just get up on the counter real quick. Make sure you dust the lights. Everybody forgets it, especially short people. Everything in the bathroom gets dusted. Be careful with things in the bathrooms, especially when you have gloves on. You might lose track of the items and you could break them. Just be gentle. Make sure you put stuff right back where they came from. We wipe down all of the products. Then, once you're done with the dusting of everything, including all of the cabinets and the wall hangs, light switches to it, make sure that there's no marks on them. If there is, you can just use just a tad bit of water just to buff them out. I usually save the baseboards for last. I do that while I do clean the floor. Soap and water. I'm going to change out the tops here because this one is broken, which I didn't realize. If you change tops, make sure that you get all of what was in the hose out before you start anew or spraying on anything that could be damaged by it. All right, so soap and water on basically everything in the bathroom. Do not use vinegar on any type of granite. It will damage. What you want to do is just spray it enough where you can wipe it dry. Be careful of electronics. I usually spray the toilet while I'm at it on all levels. All the way down to the back, especially if you're working with a kid's bathroom where it has little boys because they make a mess. Keep all of your products in the caddy at the same time so that you don't damage anything. You can either use microfibers or the terry cloths. If you use microfibers, make sure you use the non-fluffy ones, just because the fluffy ones are for dusting. When you do counters, if you're right-handed, work right to left, picking everything up and wiping it down and putting it back in the exact same spot you found it. Make sure you clean the little wall spaces here because there's always toothpaste or makeup or anything usually on there. Just double check. Again, wiping all of your products and putting it directly back down. Things that people forget is the toothbrush holder. Make sure you clean that. If you need a little bit more water or soap, do so. they haven't been done in a while, they do take a little bit of effort. Make sure that it's clean though. Again, I'm still wiping down all of the products and putting it right back where I found it. Wiping off the faucets, making sure they're all buffed out and behind it. If you find any hard water on the faucets, this handy dandy silver scrub in your caddy, in your cups, will work. Make sure it's wet and you can use it to scrub out any hard water you find on the faucets. Does not take a lot of effort. Just a couple scrubs. Test it with your finger, make sure it's all smooth and easy done. Again, I'm putting everything back in the caddy so that I have it and don't lose it anywhere. If you have any products, make sure the label's facing outward. Soap dispensers, need to make sure that you don't have any soap on any of the bottle. You're done. Again, putting it right back where I found it. When you are done with your bathroom, if there was hairspray involved, you definitely want to make sure you feel the counter with your hand to make sure that you got all of the hairspray off of it. You do want to wipe down the fronts of the cabinets. If there's toothpaste, you might want to spray a little bit with soap and water. So that way it can work on dissolving it before you get to it. So just a light amount of spray. You do not want to soak anything because it could ruin the wood. Make sure you do the top parts of the drawers and cabinet doors. Get in the creases of the door. You do a sink. Then you can move on to your toilet. You want to put toilet bowl cleaner in there. You don't have to drench it with toilet bowl cleaner, just enough to coat it. Because you are going to do it by hand. Again, top to bottom, just like your counter. You're going to make sure you get the handle, the top of your tank. If your hinges are dirty, make sure you open and check that they're clean. Or clean them if they need to. If you need to get any dirt that's in the hinges, you can use a toothbrush or turn your spray nozzle where it comes out as a stream and it'll attack it right away if you just spray it that way. Again, still working top to bottom, making sure the hinges are clean. You want to get all the way down the sides of the toilet. Also checking that the pipes are clean in the back. Should be no dust on them or hair. I usually like to wipe off the toilet brush or plungers if they're right there. Then once the whole toilet outside is clean, you can use the rag in the toilet. Making sure that I scrub where the jets are at the top rim. Oftentimes those are missed and usually dirty. If there are any hard water spots on your toilet, you can use the granite screen. It is little black screens in baggies. Do not use this anywhere else except for porcelain. That is toilets and old porcelain tubs. Anything else, it'll scratch. So only inside of toilets. Once you are done with the whole toilet, squeeze out your rag, flush it. You want to have an extra bag for your gloves so that we don't put them in the wash. But make sure the toilet is clean. If it is, you can shut it. Double check that everything is clean on the toilet and there's no hair, and shut it and be done with it. That's how you do counter sink and toilet.